What up, y'all? It's Mr. Bean, Big Light TV here. It's been a long time since I post anything. I'm out here doing my daily brief on my walk. It's been a while, but this is how it's gonna go. My briefing today is about Black Lives Matter protest and what happened in St. Louis on Sunday, might have been. Well, what happened in St. Louis on Sunday was Black Lives Matter protests marched through. They was going to go to the mayor's office in St. Louis. And with them doing so, I mean, not the mayor's office, sorry, the mayor's house or mayor's mansion in St. Louis. And with them doing so, they had to get through this gated community. And in the gated community, there's always an agitator, break down a fence to enter the gated community. Now, I don't think it was the gate for the roadway. I think it was the gate for the walkway. So they broke down the gate, the agitator, and they forced their way in, walking into these people's fancy gated community. And when they did so, the couple comes out who lived in the first house and started brandishing their rifle. The husband had a rifle and a pink, something like what I got on, and a pink shirt, and the wife had on whatever, but she's brandishing a little nickel-plated pistol, looked like a little Walther or whatever, right? And they're brandishing and they're waving the guns. They look like they have no training or no formal pistol training. They're waving the guns at protesters with their finger on the trigger. They're yelling out obscenities, cursing, calling them all kind of names, threatening them if they even put foot on their property. Now, right there's the key word. I think the mistake that this couple made was they, instead of reporting or calling their police in their gated community to inform them about the march or the protest and the breaking down of the gate, they want to be vigilantes. So that is where I think I'm at with this video. The vigilantism of white people, taking upon themselves, like you hear the truck, I don't want to get drowned out, but taking it upon themselves to police their neighborhoods from black people. Because that's what it's about. They will say protesters, but it's from black people. And, we're seeing a lot of this happening day to day. A lot of vigilantism is starting to happen. I don't know if I'm saying this word wrong, but white vigilantes are out there. And they're trying to take up arms and harm black people. I just saw on social media a fake unit of cops looking like they're cops wearing bulletproof vests, fatigue, tactical shit, zip ties, and riding around in tinted pickup trucks and tinted trucks, supposedly faking to be cops, to grab black people off the street. To do what? Who knows? Beat them, hang them like they've been in California, right? So that's the vigilantism I'm talking about, or the vigilantes that's going on. And I might be saying the word wrong, but you guys know I'm very close to it. But that's what's going on, and that's troublesome for me. I've been living in this state for almost 30 years, and I never had to feel, and I grew up in the crime-ridden, gang-infested neighborhoods of Boston. And even in those times, when I was a young kid, I didn't have the need to feel, even amongst my own people, that I needed to carry a gun. because I wasn't in those circles. But in the climate that I'm in today, and I am a gun owner, and I don't carry my gun every day. It's not a staple of my life to say it's on my hip like a friggin' cell phone, which it should be. But in today's climate, that's where I'm at now. In today's climate, I feel as though now I have to be walking around with my pistol on my 6 at all times, not against fear of cops or anything like that. It's the fear of the vigilante white guy who feel as though, you know, I shouldn't be who I am or have what I have or do what I do. Now I have to carry my gun for the vigilante. So, with that being said, you know, black people, my people, legally, and I say it all the time and I'll keep pressing it, if you're not a felon in these United States, man, female, or young, anything over 18, and you're a person of color, black, Hispanic, brown, whatever you want to call yourself, exercise your Second Amendment rights, because the 2020 that we're living in and the future that we might not even foresee or can't foresee could be grim. And if we want to keep evolving and protect our family and our well-being and our progress, it looks like we need to bear arms. We need to pick it up. We need to get going. We need to not, you know, take the stigmatism away. You know, black people have a stigmatism about firearms. We shouldn't. We should be the first human species on this earth that should be talking about protection with weapons and firearms, because we are the only human species on this planet Earth that is endangered, that is being hunted, that is being oppressed, you name it. It's a sad day in this world, what we're going through, black people, and we've been going through it for hundreds of years. And that's the trip about it. I read a lot and I know a lot of history on the plight of the black man, not just here in this country, but in the Caribbean, in Africa, in South America. The black man has the biggest plight in the world. We has the biggest fight in the world. We've been fighting for more than, some people say 500 years. It might be 1,000. It might be 1,000. But as someone that I hold dear and I take his words kindly, and I love to read his speeches and listen to his speeches, is my boy Malcolm X. Chickens are coming home to roost in this country and all across the world when it comes to racism, bigotry, sexism, you name it. The chicken coming home to roost on this whole thing. That's why we're seeing all the chaos that we're seeing. That's why you're seeing the marches and the protests on the street every day. This thing is not going to let up. And you know what, guys? Don't let up. Black Lives Matter, whatever, LGBTQ, whoever. If you feel as though you're being oppressed in this country, keep your foot on their neck. Keep their foot on their neck. You know what I mean? The white man's not being oppressed. So if a white man comes out and say he's being oppressed, he's lying and he's fucking trying to go against the grain of what we're trying to accomplish. The white man's not being oppressed. He has all the opportunities and all the connections in this country and the world. Sad day. Sad day. As I walk and do my little thing, what do I see? White man in the car right here. Right there. That white car. Give me a look for standing. He don't know what I'm doing. He don't know if I'm talking to someone. But he just looked at me through his window like, what am I doing? This is where we at. But he did the right thing though. Kept it pushing. Mr. Bean out. Blick Black TV.